Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruchachodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and Shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I am the brother Kalab from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So I've got an article here from gov.uk, and this is something that was just published on the 26th of September. Let me just check the date. Bear me a second. 26th of September. So this is today. It says a new digital ID scheme will help combat illegal working while making it easier for the vast majority of people to use vital government services. Digital identification will be mandatory for right to work checks by the end of the parliament. So we all know where this is leading to. We've done videos on this many times before, but this is just bringing us one step closer to the MOTB. And this is the government's, intention. They're using this migrant crisis as a proverbial Trojan horse in order to push this digital ID scheme in order to bring people one step closer into the MOTB system. So it says Prime Minister announces plans for free digital ID for those living in the UK, will curb the prospect of work for illegal migrants, a significant factor driving small boat crossings. Scheme will also make it easier for the public to access the services they are entitled to. Yeah, this is bullshit, man. And we know that Tony Blair is the one behind this because Tony Blair has been pushing for this digital ID system for the longest time. And again, I've done videos on that. And it goes to show you that the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, at the end of the day, there's levels to this thing. And he's just the front man for the operation. It's Tony Blair and the elites above Tony Blair who have put Tony Blair in his position that are running the show. And although Tony Blair's not been in office since, 2007 or 2008, he's still working behind the scenes, pushing the agendas of the elites. And this is just an example of it. It says a new digital ID scheme will help combat illegal working while making it easier for the vast majority of people to use vital government services. Digital ID will be mandatory for right to work checks by the end of Parliament. The scheme will be available to all United Kingdom citizens and legal residents, saving time by ending the need for complicated identity checks, which often rely on copies of paper records. Instead, the rollout will, in time, make it simpler to apply for services like driving licenses, childcare, and welfare, while streamlining access to tax records. The new digital ID will be held on people's phones, just as millions already use the NHS app or contactless mobile payments. So it's going to be held on your phone for now, and then they're going to make it be held on your implantable RFID microchip. There will be no requirement for individuals to carry their ID identification or be asked to produce it, but digital ID will be mandatory as a means of proving your right to work. This will stop those with no rights to be here from being able to work, curbing their prospect of earning money, one of the key pull factors for people who come to the UK illegally. It will send a clear message that if you come here illegally, you will not be able to work, deterring people from making these dangerous journeys. This initiative builds on the government's crackdown on illegal working and its mission to control borders as part of the plan for change under this government. Illegal working arrests have soared by 50%, and new legislation is being brought forward to help stop illegal working in the gig economy. The proposals also follow the government's success in deporting the first illegal migrants under the landmark UK-France returns deal last week. Prime Minister Keir Starmer said, "I know working people are worried about the level of illegal migration into this country, yet this is a situation which they've manufactured and controlled in order to produce this sort of outcome. A secure border and controlled migrations are reasonable demands, and this government is listening and delivering. Digital ID is an enormous opportunity for the United Kingdom. It will make it tougher to work illegally in this country, making our borders more secure. It will also offer ordinary citizens countless benefits, like being able to prove your identity, to access key services swiftly, rather than hunting around for an old utility bill." We are doing the hard graft to deliver a fairer Britain for those who want to see change, not division. This is at the heart of our plan for change, which is focused on delivering for those who want to see their communities thrive again. The plan will combat criminal gangs who promise access to the United Kingdom labour market in order to profit from dangerous illegal channel crossings. A new streamlined digital system to check right to work will simplify the process, drive up compliance, crack down on forged documents, and create intelligence data on businesses that are conducting checks to help the Home Office take action on employers who are hiring illegally. Building on the work already underway to roll out a gov.uk digital wallet, the digital ID will sit on people's phones, alongside the digital driving license, which the government has already announced plans to introduce. The government will listen to a range of views on how the service will be delivered as part of a public consultation to be launched later this year. In designing the digital ID scheme, the government will ensure that it works for those who aren't able to use a smartphone, with inclusion at the heart of its design. The public consultation will engage with groups that aren't as experienced with the digital world, like the homeless and older people, learning from other countries that have done this well. The scheme will be rolled out alongside an outreach program including face-to-face support for citizens who are struggling to access the scheme. This will result in a service that takes the best aspects of the digital identification systems that are already up and running around the world. In Australia, citizens can access a range of private services, from banking to buying alcohol, with their digital identification, reducing the need for multiple separate accounts and pieces of paper. In Estonia, the digital ID has revolutionized parents' lives by enabling access to child benefits, health records, and applications for nursery places seamlessly, never having to provide the same information twice. In Denmark, students can use their national digital ID to log in and automatically retrieve education records and qualifications in job and university applications. And in India, the government has already saved around $10 billion annually by reducing fraud and leakages in welfare schemes. The new plans will offer significant benefits for reducing identity theft and preserving privacy with security at its core. Digital ID limits personal details being shared unnecessarily by only sharing the relevant information for the specific scenario in question. It will also use state-of-the-art encryption and user authentication to ensure data is held and accessed securely. Just a little bit more here. It says additional information. The digital ID system is designed with the best in-class security at its core. Digital credentials will be stored directly on people's own device, just like contactless payment cards or the NHS app today. The system uses state-of-the-art encryption and authentication technology that is already protecting millions of digital transactions daily. If a phone is lost or stolen, the digital credentials can be immediately revoked and reissued, providing better security than traditional physical documents. The new digital ID will be the authoritative proof of who someone is and their residency status in this country. It will therefore include name, date of birth, information on nationality or residence status, and a photo as a basis for biometric security, just like the e-visa or passport. The consultation will consider whether including additional information like addresses will be helpful. So that's the end of the article, and this is on the gov.uk website. Now, the thing is, this is supposed to be a so-called democratic country, right? Why haven't the people been asked to vote on this if this is indeed, as they say, a so-called democratic society? This shows you that it isn't. At the end of the day, this government has their agenda and they're going to push it on the people irrespective of what the people think, because that's the agenda of the elites. This is a non-negotiable. This is a non-negotiable, and they're pushing forward with their agenda. And this is cool. This is totally cool, because I say, bravo Esau, keep doing what you're doing, because the more you push towards the fulfillment of Revelation 13 and 16 is the sooner we get out of this place, right? So let me get precept here. And we keep bringing it out, but it's important that we do. Revelation 13 verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might be able to buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So this scripture clearly tells you what Esau's plan is. It's to microchip all the people. Give them the implantable RFID microchip, which is the MOTB, the mark of the beast. So we're really this place is looking like it's going to be wrapped up very soon, because now they're making their big push towards accomplishing their agenda, and the Most High is going to disappoint them at the last moment before they're able to fill their belly. The Most High is going to disappoint them and rain snares upon them. So this is a big step towards Esau's ultimate demise, and Lord willing, we continue to see this thing ramp up and speed up as we approach the end. Because as I say, the sooner Esau pushes the MOTBs, the sooner we can get out of here. So Lord willing, that was edifying, and with that I want to give all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great most Senate rule well, and shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I will catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.